Revolutionary greetings, comrades. Today I'll be reading out the press statement given out by the Socialist Revolutionary Workers' Party on eviction. Quote, "We are afraid of coronavirus, but there is no virus worse than not having a place to stay." Abakhali Basemjolo Women's League. Even in this most extraordinary moment of a global COVID-19 pandemic, the protection of property and private interests has continued to be prioritized over the protection of human lives by the South African state apparatus. The continued inhumane treatment of the people who sustain this country by their cheap labor and who are almost at risk of infection has been made clear in sustained brutal evictions carried out all over the country. On 1 July, 4 homes were demolished by the anti-land invasion unit in Tembeni, Khayelitsha, Cape Town. At Alert Level 3, court-ordered evictions should be postponed. According to Ndifunda Ukwenzi, which works to provide legal, research and organizing support to communities in struggles for urban land justice, no court order has even been produced yet. Law enforcement in Cape Town pursued the matter in its sickening but unsurprising fashion of violent treatment of landless workers. The city of Cape Town needs to be held accountable for these continued attacks on people's most basic livelihood. They attack all the people who keep it clean, who raise its children, who wash its cars. The city is waging a war against the people who sustain that rotten city. This is a nationwide issue. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 national lockdown, the government has ordered a ban on all evictions. Yet, metropoles with the highest number of COVID-19 cases, Johannesburg, eThekwini, and Cape Town, have been the epicenter of brutal, savage, and merciless evictions. Abakhali Basemjolo has reported multiple unlawful evictions in the eThekwini municipality, executed by the municipality's notoriously violent anti-land invasion unit and the equally notorious Calvin and Family Security. Too many people have had their humble dwellings destroyed, have been rendered homeless and landless again. In the most cases, these private demolition companies have been acting with the backing of the national and municipal police forces. In this moment of COVID-19 pandemic, where compassion and solidarity are demanded of us, the City of Cape Town and other state institutions have acted violently with impunity. This brutalize first, ask questions later attitude has been the approach of different organs of the state. This has been the case not only throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, but remains a deeply structural part of the socio-economic landscape of South Africa. In South Africa's so-called democratic dispensation, the expulsion of the poor and working class from our dwellings has become a routine, day-to-day activity. More people were evicted of farms in the decade after 1994 than in apartheid decade prior to it. In 2017 alone, there were over 20,000 evictions took place. In the first 6 months of 2018, Cape Town saw the demolition of 26,000 informal structures at the hands of the anti-land invasion unit. In this moment of dire crisis, where people are being forced to stay at home, the government shows no mercy to the people. Many of the new land occupations have been a consequence of people with no income being unable to pay rent. Despite the publicity around the situation, the government has chosen to look the other way, with the notable absence of the issue arising in Ramaphosa's late-night television addresses. Where is the stimulus package for homes being demolished at the hands of the state and private propertiers? Rather, money being allocated for various government departments is being spent on development instruments like the police, military, and private security who have been carrying out these evictions.